Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Soriam for those of you that are new, and on my channel I like to make all kinds of different videos. We have cleaning with motivation, lifestyle videos, home videos, beauty and hair videos as well. So if you are interested in any of these topics, then don't forget to subscribe. I post 3 videos per week, and a lot more videos coming soon. So today's video is all about my hair, and I'm gonna be sharing with you guys how I like to curl my hair. And I always curl my hair with a flat iron, and I like to use a 1-inch like this one. This is a really old one that I have. This is the Babyliss Pro ceramic flat iron, and I like this one because it has an on button, and it also has temperature control right here in this little switchy knob thing. So I always put mine around 345 or a little bit higher than 345 degrees, but that's for my hair because my hair is really thick and I have a lot of it, so it just helps me to have it a little bit hotter. If you have thin hair or thinner hair, or your hair curls a little bit easier, then you could put the temperature down on your flat iron. But I'm gonna be sharing with you guys how I did these big, bouncy, really soft curls. This side is a little bit tighter than the other side, but this one's loosened up a bit. So if you want to see how I like to curl my hair with a flat iron, then go ahead and keep on watching. It's super easy, and once you get the hang of it, it's so easy. Like, I know at first it's gonna take a few tries to like get the rhythm of how you have to hold the flat iron and how you have to move it, but once you get it down, curling your hair is like so quick and easy. If you do enjoy these videos, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos. I post 3 videos a week. So let's just get right into the curling. As always, I am starting by parting my hair, and so this first section I'm gonna do just above my ears. And I always start at the back of my head, working my way to the front, because that's just the easier way to do it. You can kind of keep track of all the pieces, and it makes life a little bit easier. So I'm starting with an inch piece off the back, and I like to flip my curling, or my flat iron, not my curling iron, like one complete turn. So I stick my flat iron in, I give it one complete turn so that my hair is coming out the front of the flat iron again, and then I move nice and slow down the hair shaft. Once I drop the hair from the flat iron, I like to give it a little curl with my fingers to kind of place them and make sure that they cool down in their correct shape. So I'm going to continue grabbing like 1 inch sections. For whatever reason, I just grabbed this whole big piece. But you can see I'm flipping the hair so it's coming out the front of the flat iron again. So that's one full turn with my flat iron. If you have a little bit of like shorter hair, maybe like collarbone length, or just shorter in general, you could do a half a turn where the hair is coming out the back of the flat iron, like near your head, and that'll give you a little bit more of a wave and not a full curl. But since I have really long hair, it just looks a little bit better to do a full curl, because the half curl, it just doesn't last as long. So I always try to go for the curl that will last the longest, so I could go a couple of days with this style. So I'm moving on to the other side, and again I start at the back of my head with like 1 inch sections. This side of my head that I'm working on now has less hair than the other side, so these pieces, as you can see, are much smaller than the other side, but it's just because I have less hair on this side than the other side. So this whole bottom section that I did, I am doing it in real time. I didn't fast forward this so you guys could see how slowly I am pulling the flat iron through my hair. So there's enough tension in there that it is going to curl, but not enough that I can't like move it down. So you can see that's how slow I do it, so I get a nice defined curl. But also, if you go slower than that, it'll be way curlier. So the slower you go, the curlier it is. The faster you go, the less curly it'll be, and it'll be more like a wave instead of a curl if you go a little bit slower. So now I'm moving on to my second section, and I did speed this up a tiny bit. This is just 2 times speed, just so we could get through it, because it's basically very repetitive. I'm just pulling my flat iron through. You can see my hair, it's coming out of the front, so that is a full curl with, or a full turn with the flat iron. And I always like to just grab my hair. I don't want it to like move down the flat iron and then not get curled. So that's another reason why I like to do about 1-inch sections or smaller, because if you do too much hair, then the hair will fall out of the curling iron and it won't curl. So I am just going to continue to curl my hair. I like to grab all the straight pieces since they're really easy to spot, and then push the hair that I already curled to the back of my head. I don't like to clip anything because the hair is still hot and I want it to cool down in its curl, and I don't want to put like a clip in there that'll, you know, create a weird bump or like distort the curl. So just do that little twirl after you remove the flat iron, and then just let it cool down in its shape. Now I am going to move on to the top section, so I'm just going to push all of my hair back, and then this top section, I'm going to keep it in my hands and bring those to the front so that they're not going to get all messed up with the back pieces that are already curled. So I'm going to start off with the side that I have the most hair in, and I'm grabbing, again, 1-inch sections from the back and giving that piece a curl. And you can see in this clip here, it's really easy to just grab the flat iron and give it a turn. And I always like to hold my hair. You can see in every single section that I do, I am holding my ends so that way they don't flip all over the place or get caught or do anything funny. So just making sure that all of these pieces are nice and curled, and then I'm going to move on to the other side. As I am getting closer to like my bang area, I'm going to make these curls a little bit higher. And now this is the last piece, which is like my bangs. So I'm going to start this curl really close to my root, as you can see right there. And that'll just give me a little bit of a flip up closer near my eyes instead of like down by my chin. So now I'm going to do the same exact thing on the other side. And this side, like I said, is much easier because I have way less hair on this side. So I'm going to do the back few, I think the back 2 or 3, like normal. Like I started kind of halfway down the hair, and then as I get closer to my face, I'm going to start that curl a little bit higher so it gives me a nice face framing. While I let my the last curls I did cool down a little bit, I'm going to go back to this side, which has already cooled down, and I'm going to finger comb through my hair, kind of separate those curls, and then I'm just going in with my hot flat iron and just kind of straightening it a little bit. So what this will do is it'll break up that super like tight curl and make it more like a really big bouncy curl. And this is the trick that I always like to do when I'm going for these bouncier, like bigger curls. So now I'm moving on to the other side. It's cooled down a bit, so I'm just finger combing it, kind of breaking up those curls so they're not all like, you know, individual. And then I'm gonna grab my flat iron to just like smooth those out a little bit and make them a little bit bigger and bouncier. So I'm just running my flat iron really quickly through it. I'm not doing anything crazy, just I want to heat those up a little bit so that they kind of relax a bit. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I am posting 3 videos a week now, and I still don't know like what days it's gonna go up, but if you hit that little bell right next to the subscribe button, you will get notified every time I post. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.